Nothing
So it
that's...
started with messages.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then we would meet the
Kind
second
of like
time
what
we
they
met.
call like sexting messages, or?
A mix, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All
If
right.
that's what you want to call it, yes.
Okay.
So then we would, you know, after work, oh, let's meet at the Stop and Shop parking lot. Second time was actually across the street from here,
Yeah.
at that Cranberry Plaza right there.
Yeah.
Over at Stop and Shop in Hyannis.
Yeah.
Yes, he was a few times, multiple times. He was
What
in
happened at
uniform.
Stop and Shop? Do you feel comfortable talking about it?
The first what really happened,
Yeah.
it wasn't what triggered this, but he wasn't in uniform. But we did have, I guess, a sexual relationship, but it wasn't a conventional kind of
It was,
relationship.
what,
It
in the
was
car?
more like it was in the car. I had a van at the time.
Yeah.
Went over here when it happened, was in my car, and then it was in my van. It was always in my van,
Okay.
but
In
it
public?
like at a parking lot.
In a parking
Yes,
lot. Okay.
yes. Uniform mostly when we would meet, because I knew that every Monday morning he would be at town hall
Yeah.
at Barnstable Town, at the Village Green there,
Yeah.
and Thursdays at town hall at meetings.
Yeah.
That happened on Thursdays before COVID.
Yeah.
So we would meet after town hall meeting. So he would park his cruiser across the street. We know where the towns of cars are parked over there, like the like
old
if you're
Armory building? Do you
yeah,
know?
like yeah, right there at
Yeah.
that, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So he would park all the way farther to the left, and I parked there. And then during broad daylight, once he sat there, and I walked over, and he touched my breast, and he made a comment about his squirrel. And how he when he's in uniform, and how he had a hard on, excuse for the explicit material,
Yeah.
but and I was leaning on his cruiser. I mean, it's broad daylight. Who leans on the chief of police cruiser while the cruise?
Okay.
I think I brought out the inner child in him that was never healed,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with always bringing out that inner child with me. Okay.
But just to be clear, he was in the cruiser and he was in uniform.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And this happened. Were
He-
you in the hiring process at that
So
time?
just to be sure,
Yeah.
he was, whenever he was never out of uniform driving a cruiser. Whenever he was in his cruiser, he was in uniform, unless
I mean, this is going on for 2 years, right? So it's happening.
it's happening.
It's happening a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's now. Were you in the hiring process at this time?
So after that, after he becomes chief, I go take the civil service exam again, because it's
Yeah.
only 2 years, you know. So
Right.
now, a year before he makes the chief, I had taken the test, I think, because I'm terrible with dates. But I think a year before him, I'm like, I'm gonna try again.
Yeah.
I took the civil pass, pass it again, to make the list again. Now this affair is going on for a year, right?
Yeah.
My name comes up on the process,
Do the list. Yeah.
and then I'm sharing with him stuff that's going on in Yarmouth. Cause now he's my confidant, and I'm his confidant. We're
Right.
sharing, we're informants. Like he's the chief. This is the town that I love. If I'm helping this guy mentally be happy, if it's gonna reflect in the department that I love, that I still care for, why not?
Yeah. Right.
So, where were we going?
Well, I'm just curious. Like, now, were you in the hiring process
So,
during this?
right,
During
so-
this,
right,
these,
so-
these meetings, these little interludes in the car and stuff.
So a year goes by. He texts me. I said, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
There's going to be another hiring process, and
Yeah.
your name has come up on the list.
I gotcha.
So I'm we're gonna have to delete all our conversations because they checked everyone's phones. And so delete, and
They
I'll
check your
quote,
phones?
they checked social medias and
Oh,
stuff.
really? Okay. Yeah.
If they checked their phones, not if he was pressuring me to delete,
Yeah.
thinking he was playing with the rookie, right?
Yeah. Well, so he wanted you to
He
delete.
wanted me to delete every evidence that I
Why
ever
would he
spoke.
want that if he's?
Because
Did he feel bad about these?
he feels guilty. Yeah,
He felt guilty about
it's
these
guilty.
things.
Yeah,
So he
every
kinda
time
knew
he
there was
felt
something-
guilty, he would feel guilty, and then he would give me a silent treatment for like months. We would for 3 months, I wouldn't hear from the guy, and I'm like, I'm fine, thank God, or then all of a sudden, hi, and I would feed into it. I'm like,
Yeah.
hi,
And why do you
Okay.
think you would feed into it? What?
because I have a very smart mind, but I have a dumb, stupid heart.
Yeah.
I feel bad for people.
And you're how old right now?
47.
47, and you have children yourself?
I do. I have a name.
You have 2 children.
So which
you're a
I'm trying
single
single
mom.
parent
Yeah.
who started life. I moved back to this country 14 years ago with a suitcase.
Yeah.
Lost everything. The worst betrayal of my life. Starting over. Okay, starting from the bottom. Helping here, helping
Did
there.
you think that this relationship was helping you along, maybe, or?
No, I felt like I was helping him more than he would help me, because
Okay.
at one point he left it very clear the first time that we had an encounter over there and that he felt guilty, but
Yeah.
then we were like, actually the first time that he ever felt guilty, we had like it was a sexting orgasm, kind of like, I don't know how to
Alright.
explain it. I think he did his thing
Like
over
phone
there.
sex type of thing?
Phone, but without the phone.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Texting. Okay.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So he felt very guilty. But then he sent me his message, we felt good, but we trusted each other, blah, blah. And then he progressed it to do you want to meet in person? That's when it happened over there. And then he felt guilty again. He cried, I cheated on my wife, blah, 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 blah,
So
blah.
he did feel guilty.
He felt guilt.
Okay.
Guilt.
Yeah.